Aloha guys, you're watching GRTV. I want to share with you the light in the dark, or the light in the distance, right? And we're looking at some of the architecture here in Honolulu in the new Ward Village. The movie theater's right up there, and I'm going to show you guys around and try to brighten up the unknown and the confusing, you know, from my personal life's journey to politics, to just going forward as this is the emblemation of the Ward Village, is it, you know, going forward to a better place as humanity. So let's take a walk, and I'm gonna share some views. So starting off with this idea of politics. It can seem confusing, but really politics is just a combination of business and a question of what people are doing and whether they are corrupt and how corrupt, and you know, who do they have respect for the actual taxpayer or not? That's obviously the biggest issue, because the goal should be to you know, have considerations, obviously, for wherever the people happen to be. And actually, I'm going to show you. Look at all this nice we've got this nice sculpture I want to show you. And then I'm going to take you up there, and we're going to get a second view. But thanks for coming here with me. And you can see right here, this lady's actually posing with this sculpture. Look at the efforts here made into making this nice metallic artwork, and just all the effect going on here. Look how cool this building structure is, and the fancy infinity waterfalls dripping nicely. Just a great, well-designed place, right? So let's continue making our way. You know, the issues are, like I was saying, being fair with the taxpayers' money. The issues are how did I transcend all the darker elements of my life of being you know, disrespectful to myself or others, engaging in behaviors and interactions with people that were not unhealthy. How I got beyond all of that, right? And where I'm going. And so you can see all the architecture here. Very impressive. So where I'm going is upstairs. Like I said, we're going forwards, upwards, bringing brightness to where we are. And like, for example, just consider the idea of families and schools. I'm gonna transcend those concepts. here. And the way that happens is by finding more, shall we say, effective ways to talk to each other, to describe each other, and in the interest of living forever. Just like if people believed that they could either live forever in this body, they would do what? They would live a more stable lifetime, be more careful about what they did, not try to rush all the way to retirement, but rather actually enjoy the whole experience. They wouldn't label each other with these authoritative, confusing terms such as mother and father, uncle. It's like that all that implies power. Like, have you ever actually thought about how it feels to use those words? For me, it's not an effective way to serve one another. If you truly find each other as equals and you truly like each other, then you can label each other as friends or on a first name basis, or of course the terms I use, dream team. And then for younger people who are still under the auspices of their their biological family, parents, quote unquote, I use terms male and female guardians. And I think that these terms like father and grandfather, all of that stuff, it just makes people want to live. It implies age, and I think any subtle things we can do to affect the aging process, like not use those types of terminologies, and not. And so, doing that, it's allowed me to have more respect for myself and not engage in questionable, beyond marriage activities. Obviously, this is all of what I'm talking about. It all revolves around reincarnation, like the idea that it's okay to humanely kill people who are criminally insane, or they're mentally or physically unable to enjoy their life. They're unable to do such a simple thing as even contemplate the idea of is their life theirs, and is suicide an option? There's another issue I want to broach, is this societal debate between people's relationships and their bodies and their genitalia. Such a focus on that, it actually interferes with your process of connecting with your dream mate. And I think there should be associated mantras with that, like I'm one step closer to my dream mate. Every single day, it's energy, and you need that energy for your dreams and your corresponding dream mate. And instead of having this sense of nervousness about relationships, like, oh, I hope this person likes me, blah blah blah, what I've done is I've begun to use what I call, it's all about mantras. It's all about mantras like, I may find this person physically attractive, but I'm very selective about, you know, who I am going to spend the rest of my life with and commit to, because really that's what it is. By the way, there's the word emblemation. It's just a nice effect. It's been a whole project, these towers. You can see 1, 2, and then the third one is behind this one, and then there's another one coming up. It's, you know, it's great, I think, for people to be close to the Pacific Ocean and enjoy the atmosphere. It's a good way of living. And then in the distance you can see the Hilton. That's the rainbow colored building there, right there in the front, and then Diamond Head and all the sails from the boats there. So a very nice place to live. Perfect weather. Then you can see the cranes back this way. They're all at work, yeah. And yeah, that's my thought. You know, this sensation that what we need in life, guys, is we need truth, and the only way to achieve truth is with the right terminologies. That's why I have these easyworldpeace.com, this newrelationships.com principles, and I'm curious as to your take on it. If you have used any of, or at least contemplated it, you know, any of my ideas. And you know, it's all in the interest of more peace. You know, instead of wanting to rush things, instead of wanting to always be excited and happy, instead of, you know, you can't be of truth and of peace until you activate your first 3 chakras, and that is your basic needs, your desires, which are that's you know, that's activated by masturbation. You know, it's such an important thing to have control over that energy, right? Otherwise it will control you. Otherwise other people will control you. It's kind of like this. Once you eat, whether it's fancy food or not, once you masturbate, once you know, go for a jog or do something very simple like dance to activate your 3rd chakra of feeling empowered, feeling spiritually and physically empowered. Once you do those things, you don't need fancy, elaborate, costly things. In order to get those sensations, and then you can truly be honest. You can truly be your true self and truly help the world, because you can only help the world after you've helped yourself. After your cup is full, you have a little extra to give to others, you know. So thanks for considering, and take care. Aloha, guys. Enjoy the ocean.